Greetings to tennis fans joining us from every corner of the globe. You are tuned into the ultimate deep dive coverage of a matchup that has sent waves through the tennis world and literally created a shockwave all the way to the nation's capital. We are witnessing a collision course that few anticipated, but everyone is now watching. The headline on your screen is no exaggeration. Washington, D.C. is in a state of utter disbelief today as their hometown sensation Hailey Baptiste finds herself at the center of one of the most dramatic, twist-filled, and high-stakes narratives of the 2026 WTA season. She is stepping onto the hard court at the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships, not just to play a match, but to fight for her career momentum against a force of nature who has risen from the Philippines to conquer the global stage, Alexandra Eala. This is game day. This is where potential meets reality. And if you think this is just another opening round match in a WTA 1000 event, think again. The context surrounding this clash is thick with tension, history, and a series of unusual events that bring us to this exact moment. Why is Washington stunned? Why is the tennis world buzzing? Because, arguably, this match shouldn't even be happening the way it is. We have to talk about the lucky loser lifeline. We have to examine the tactical evolution of Alexandra Eala. We have to explore the immense psychological pressure weighing on Hailey Baptiste's shoulders. Let's rewind for a moment to understand the gravity here. Hailey Baptiste, the pride of the DMV area, a player who burst onto the scene in Washington, D.C. years ago with a stunning upset at Madison Keys, has been on a roller coaster ride that reached a peak just days ago in the sweltering Dubai qualifiers. It looked like her dream was over. She faced Rebecca Shramova battle hard, but came up short. It was heartbreaking. The Washington fans watched as their star seemed eliminated before the main draw even began. The story appeared written, Baptiste goes home. Then the twist arrived. A withdrawal in the main draw opened the door just a crack. Baptiste was granted a second chance, a lucky loser spot. She is back. She has been given another life. And who is waiting for her on the other side of the net? Not a veteran content to be there, not a qualifier happy to compete. No, she faces Alexandra Eala. If you haven't been following Eala in 2025 and early 2026, you've been missing the rise of a legitimate superstar. A Rafa Nadal Academy graduate, U.S. Open Junior champion, and the first Filipino to ever win a Grand Slam main draw match, she is not merely rising anymore. She has arrived. She enters this match not as an underdog, but as a player with a psychological edge, having defeated Baptiste in their only previous encounter on the grass courts of Eastbourne last year. So here's the setup. You have Baptiste, the Washington native, playing with house money after a near disaster in qualifiers, desperate to prove she belongs in the top 50. You have Eala, the methodical lefty assassin, looking to cement her status as the new queen of Asian tennis and break into the WTA's upper echelons. Styles are polar opposites, the stakes enormous, the atmosphere electric. This video is your definitive, comprehensive, no stone unturned guide to Eala versus Baptiste. We will break down technical nuances, the spin and RPM of Eala's forehand versus the flat power of Baptiste's serve. We will analyze Dubai court speeds and their advantages. We will explore mental warfare, coaching strategies, and implications for both players' rankings. Grab your coffee or popcorn. This is the ultimate deep dive into today's most intriguing matchup. To truly understand the shock and anticipation, we must deconstruct the combatants. This is not just player A versus player B. This is a clash of two distinct tennis philosophies, two different upbringings, and two divergent paths to the top. The pride of the Philippines, Alexandra Eala. At just 20 years old, she carries the weight of an entire nation. The Philippines has always been passionate about sports, basketball, boxing, but tennis has been waiting for a hero. Eala is that hero. Her journey is one of calculated excellence. Leaving her family young to train at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain, was more than a move. It was a declaration of intent. She didn't go there to be good. She went there to be great. And the Nadal DNA is evident in her game. It's not just her lefty forehand. It's the intensity, the refusal to give up on a single ball. Over the past 12 months, Eala has transformed from junior prodigy into a tour-level threat. The transition from juniors to pros is treacherous. Many U.S. Open junior winners never crack the top 100. Eala has shattered that barrier. Her 2025 season was a revelation. Stunning victories over Madison Keys and Miami, reaching her first WTA final in Eastbourne and breaking the Grand Slam ceiling at the U.S. Open. Technically, Eala is a nightmare. Her left-handed game gives her a natural advantage on ad-side serves and cross-court forehands. Unlike many lefties who rely only on spin, she can flatten the ball decisively, mixing heavy topspin to push opponents back and then stepping in to hit down the line. Her movement has improved drastically. She no longer merely scrambles. She slides, recovers, and counterpunches with precision and power. The Washington Warrior, Hailey Baptiste. Born and raised in Washington, D.C., her story is one of raw talent and the constant quest for consistency. When she's on, she's a top 20 player. Her hands are among the best on tour. She mixes pace, drop shots, and net play with soft hands, a blend of old-school technique and modern power. But the Washington shock comes from unpredictability. Baptiste can beat a top 10 player one day and fall to a qualifier the next. Her serve is a weapon. Her forehand is heavy, but her movement can be exposed by grinders. The lucky loser spot in Dubai is poetic. It fits her narrative of second chances and sudden surges. She lost in the final qualifying round to Rebecca Shremova, a crushing disappointment. But with the withdrawal, she's back. Historically, lucky losers are dangerous. They play free, with no pressure, swinging for everything. We cannot ignore their previous meeting. In June 2025, at Eastbourne on grass, Eala and Baptiste faced off for the first time. The scoreline, 6-7, 7-6, 6-1. 4-2 sets. Nothing separated them. Tiebreak lotteries that Baptiste dominated early. But the third set, 6-1 to Eala, revealed her fitness and relentless consistency, breaking the American spirit. Dubai is a hard court, not grass, but the lesson remains. If the match goes long, Eala's conditioning could prove decisive. Tactical breakdown. Eala must exploit Baptiste's backhand, force her into long rallies, and rely on placement over sheer power on serve. Baptiste must play aggressively, use her hands, slices, and drop shots to disrupt Eala's rhythm. Mental fortitude is crucial. Baptiste must stay calm as a lucky loser facing a previous conqueror, and Eala must respect her opponent's power. Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships is a WTA 1000 event. The courts are fast. The heat can aid Baptiste's power, while cooler conditions at night favor Eala's spin and grind. The Filipino diaspora in the crowd will support Eala fiercely, creating a daunting atmosphere for Baptiste. The shock factor. Washington fans are on edge. A loss for Baptiste after a lucky loser reprieve raises questions about her consistency. A victory would be a massive upset, silencing the crowd and rewriting narratives. Eala, as the favorite, has the form and rankings momentum, but nothing is guaranteed in tennis. In conclusion, while Baptiste has the firepower to challenge anyone, the conditions, crowd, and Eala's tactical discipline make the Filipino star the favorite. Expect a tight first set, perhaps a tiebreak, but ultimately Eala's consistency and superior movement may carry her through a three-set battle. Do not underestimate the pride of Washington, however. Regardless of the outcome, this match epitomizes tennis global growth. A Southeast Asian star facing a U.S. capital talent in Dubai's desert. The sport is alive, vibrant, and the stories are richer than ever. We'll be tracking every point, and we want to hear from you. Are you Team Eala waving the Philippine flag or Team Baptiste cheering the Washington comeback? Predict scores, share opinions, and join the discussion. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for post-match analysis, press conference highlights, and reactions. Will Washington remain shocked, or will they celebrate a historic upset? The players are warming up, the umpire is seated, the crowd is ready. It's time for Eala. It's time for Baptiste. It's time for Dubai. Stay tuned. The game is on.